What's going on, baseball fans? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be going over the Friday, June 4th MLB games. We got 15 of them. Other than that, there's not too much news or anything to add to the intro today. So go down there, like, subscribe, join the community. We're going to jump into it, kicking things off with the streaking Baltimore Orioles 3, the Cleveland Indians 1. The Orioles, after that 14-game losing streak, have now won 3 in a row and are turning the corner. I joked about them maybe winning 14 in a row, but maybe it's possible. We're what, a quarter of the way there now, 1/5 of the way there, so it's going in the right direction. Mountcastle hits his 7th home run of the season in the 7th inning, which sparks things off as they were down 1-0 going into that. It was a 2-run shot, and that gave them the lead, and they didn't really look back. Indians didn't really have any home runs themselves. They generated 1 run. Maya goes 3, 0 earned runs, 2 Ks in his start, and Aiken on the other side goes 5 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and a very good start for him. And then the bullpen comes in here, and they give up 1 run along the way, but they close the door, and the Orioles they're streaking. They're on their way. Nationals 2, Phillies 1, and the Nationals continue to pick up wins across the division here. They just beat the Braves in the series, and now they're winning games off the Phillies here. So, believe it or not, they're very much in the hunt. They're only, 2 games behind the Phillies now, and probably only a couple behind the Braves, but the Mets, I guess, are the team to catch at this point. But I don't think the Washington Nationals are out of it, especially with their starting pitching rotation having a couple of gems in there. They're definitely still in the hunt. Juan Soto hits his 7th home run of the season, and yeah, he's starting to heat up. He's starting to be back in this lineup, and this core of the lineup is still dangerous, very, very dangerous. For the Phillies, we have no home runs. They only had the 1, and then this was a pitcher's duel. So Max Scherzer goes 7.2 innings, 1 earned run, 9 Ks, and Zach Wheeler on the other side, 7.1, 2 earned runs and 8 Ks in the loss, getting his 3rd loss of the season, whereas Max is now over 500. Brad Hand comes in for his 10th save of the season, and the Nationals win. Pirates 9, Marlins 2, and the Marlins they're continuing to kind of spiral down here out of it. The offense can't really get many runs across the plate, and if they're giving up 9 on a given day, they're going to have trouble winning. But honestly, most teams are going to have trouble winning, but Marlins above the rest. And this one is 2-2 about after the 2nd inning, and then the Pirates added 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and then a 5 spot in the 6th to blow this one completely wide open. Hayes hits his 2nd home run of the season. So Brian Hayes, he's back, and they missed this young man. He is going to be a big part of this team going forward. Keller goes 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and this was overall a pitching by committee effort for the Pirates. Poteet for the Marlins goes 2.2, 3 earned runs, 2 Ks himself. And then the bullpen comes in, and one Pop gives up a 5 earned run spot in that 1 inning in that 6th, and yeah, the Marlins get demolished, really. Red Sox 5, Yankees 2, and the Red Sox coming out of that series with the Astros looking to pick up some much key wins against a rival Yankees, and they start off things well here. Devers hitting his 15th home run of the season, a 3-run shot, and lead things off in the 1st, and that was really the difference because they were up 3 runs there. In the 6th inning, they added on a couple more to make it 5-0, but the Yankees answered right back with Aaron Judge in his 14th of the season. So the lead was as much as 5, but stayed 3 pretty consistently. Barnes comes in there getting his 13th save of the season. He's been a very good closer for them so far this season. And yeah, Red Sox win. Astros 13, Blue Jays 1. The Astros making their first appearance in Buffalo against the Toronto Blue Jays, and Toronto fans really getting their first chance to see the Astros in person in a long time, and maybe this is why they didn't want to see them. The Astros really demolished them, showing them, hey, this is our conference. You do not have a shot. It was close. It was close until the 4th inning. The Astros put up their first run, and then in the 5th they added 2, and then in the 6th they added 4, and then they had a 5 spot. They just A lot of home runs here. Carlos Correa hits 2. He's up 10. Maldonado hits his 4th of the season, and Alarmin Diaz hits his 3rd of the season. For the Blue Jays, their solo home run comes off the bat of Randall Grichuk, his 12th of the year. Greinke goes a complete game here, 9 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 3 Ks, and a total of 102 pitches. He only took 102 pitches to take care of this Blue Jays offense, which quite impressive. Ryu on the other side, 5.2, 6 earned runs, 1 K in the loss. Dodgers coming into Atlanta Braves Stadium, getting behind 1-0 early off a Freddie Freeman home run, his 13th of the season. There was a little bit of talk there that maybe this is what he needs to get going, but that was his only hit of the night. Otherwise, he struck out 3 times himself. The Dodgers, really, they only had that 8-run 5th inning, which was majority of the runs, and the Braves tried to bring it closer with a 4-run 8th, but it was too little, too late. For home runs, we had none. For the Dodgers, they just generated all these runs with that solid inning there. It's bottom of their lineup, putting up a lot of those runs. Chase Taylor hitting 3 RBIs off that 1 hit, bases clearing, so that was a big part of it. Urias, 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 Ks, and then Ian Anderson on the other side, 4.1, 4 earned runs, and 6 strikeouts. Newcomb comes in and gets a couple earned runs himself in that 5th inning, in that big 5th inning, which ends up being the complete difference in that game. Rangers 5, Rays 4, and the Rays, since their streak in this week specifically, they're a little bit under 500. They've had a 2-3 week so far, and they're playing the Rangers now, which is always a tough team. The Rangers always seem to come to play, and I've talked about that a lot in these videos. Gallo hits his 10th home run of the season off Fleming in that 5th inning. The Rangers were out to a 5-0 lead about halfway through. Tampa Bay, they started, and as I know from when they played the Blue Jays, they're never really out of it. They can have those 9th inning comebacks, and they came close. They had 2 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th to bring it within 1 run, but too little, too late. Brett Lau hits his 10th home run of the season. That came in that 8th inning. Kyle Gibson, 4-0 now on the season, 5.1 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. Very much coming off that little injury stint he just had. He's still continuing to pitch. Potential Cy Young-ish kind of candidates. Pretty crazy. Josh Fleming goes 7, 5 earned runs, 2 Ks, eating up a lot of innings. It's weird because sometimes the Tampa Bay Rays use Fleming as a 2nd inning pitcher. In this case, they used him in the 1st inning, and I don't really know how they decide how that works. Royals 14, Twins 5. Royals got a 13-0 after 2 innings, and they didn't have to look back after that. Twins is continuing to have so much pitching issues, let alone being able to give up runs late in the game. It wasn't the case today, but it was early in the game. But either way, Whit Merrifield hits his 5th home run of the season coming in that 1st inning. He had a 2-hit, 3 RBI performance. And then for the Twins, they had a couple home runs. Jorge Polanco hits his 6th, Sano hits his 10th, Gordon hits his 1st, but it doesn't matter because Kansas City, they just generated all the runs that they needed. Most of it was coming off Shoemaker, who only lasted 1 out, 8 earned runs, and 1 K. His ERA is up to 7.28, and he's 2-7 on the season. Definitely, Blue Jays got rid of him, I guess, at a perfect time. Keller on the other side, 5 innings pitched, 2 earned run, 5 Ks, and Kansas City's now 3 games above 500. And if they continue to roll over the Twins, they'll be at least back in the wild card hunt. I don't know if they'll be able to keep up with this team. The White Sox 9, Tigers 8. White Sox were out 6-1 halfway through this game, and I thought they were going to pretty much cruise it out, but then in the top of the 7th, the Tigers put up a 6th spot and actually take the lead in this game, with the White Sox answering back in the bottom, tying it up, and then in the bottom of the 9th, you see the White Sox walk it off in pretty much White Sox fashion. Jonathan Scope continues to probably be one of the hottest hitters around the MLB right now. He hit 2 more home runs today, up to 9 on the season. Hasse is up to 5 on the season. For the White Sox, we have Grandal, who also hit 2 himself. He's up to 9 on the season. And then we have Madrigal hitting his 2nd of the season for the White Sox. And pretty much Grandal is needed something this year. 2-hit, 2 RBI performance. He's batting 154 on the season. So one of those question mark spots with Mercedes being the DH. Keuchel goes 6, 1 earned run, 3 Ks. Turnbull 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 Ks. So a pretty solid performance, definitely against the White Sox, but 56 pitches from Turnbull, and then he's out of the game. And then, as we can know from past experiences, the Detroit bullpen does struggle keeping them, especially when you have an offense like the White Sox. Brewers 5, Diamondbacks 1. Brewers were up 4-0 early in this game, and the Diamondbacks only put up their 1 run in the top of the 8th, which was answered immediately in the bottom of the 8th. Brewers going to be taking advantage of these lowly teams. Vogelbach hits his 4th home run of the season. Narvaez hits his 5th of the season, and Diamondbacks had no home runs. Narvaez had a 2-hit, 2 RBI performance, which is pretty much the highlight, I would say, on this team. Freddie Peralta, 7.1, 1 earned run, 9 Ks. Maybe I stand corrected. Freddie Peralta is probably the highlight of this game. Boxberger comes in, gets the hold. Peacock on the other side, Matt Peacock, 4.2, 3 earned runs, 2 Ks in the loss. He's now 2-2 on the season. Castellanos, pretty funny. But yeah, Brewers taking care of business against a team they want to. And they're making up ground on this team, the Cardinals, who lose again, back-to-back games to the Reds, 6-4 here. And realistically, this division is pretty much wide open. Brewers making up ground on these other 2 teams while they're losing. And honestly, considering the hot start that we saw the Cincinnati Reds have in April, we know what they are capable of. If no team really pulls away, they're going to be allowed to stick around in this one. They got out to a 3-0 lead, and then pretty much got a big lead, 6-1 by the 9th inning. Cardinals tried to get up a spot at the end. They put up 3, but it was too little, too late. Sosa, his 1st home run of the season for the Cardinals, and then Stevenson, his 3rd, and India, his 4th for the Reds. So a couple of the lower guys in the lineup here. You don't hear them talk about a lot, getting the home runs on the offense. India had a 2-hit, 2 RBI, 2-walk performance. So pretty good performance for him. Kim goes 3 earned runs, 3 Ks. He's now 1-4 on the season. They're definitely not getting the production that they had wanted from Kim. But Castillo on the other side, same kind of story all season, but he picks up his 2nd win of the season, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 Ks. Hey, it can only go up from here for him, and it's good to see that they're still trusting him with the ball. Maybe they have no choice at this point. Athletics 9, Rockies 5. Athletics come into Coors Stadium, and the offense pops off, as tends to do when you're in the stadium. Sean Murphy had a 3-hit, 3 RBI performance over the course of the night. That's pretty awesome. Tapia continues to be hot at the top of this Rockies lineup. He had a 3-hit performance, no RBIs, but still 3 hits. Trejo, 1st home run of the season, his 7th, or in the 7th. And for the Oakland A's, we had Sean Murphy hitting his 6th of the season, and Canna hitting his 11th of the season. John Gray only lasts 2.1 innings, 5 earned runs, 2 walks. And we had been giving John Gray a lot of credit. He looked like he'd settled back down going into the season, at least early in the season, but now he's back in Coors, giving up big runs. His ERA is starting to get inflated. As you can see here, most of the Rockies' ERA is above 4. All of them there are above 4, but like closing in on 5 for some of them. Montez on the other side goes 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 2 Ks in the win. He's now 6-5 on the season. It's a lot of hit and miss from Frankie Montez, but today they get the win. Angels 3, Mariners 2, and this one was 2-0 Seattle out of the gate, and you thought they would be able to maybe pick up another win here and find their way back to above 500, but the Angels answered back. Bottom of the 3rd, they tied it up 2-2, and then bottom of the 4th, they got that go-ahead run, and then it was pitching, closed it out from there. Ohtani went 6 innings pitched, 10 Ks, 200 runs. Duger on the other side, 2.1, 200 runs, 0 Ks, and Santiago is going to be held with the loss in this one. Iglesias comes in for his 10th save of the season, a nice 2-inning save opportunity here. Justin Upton, his 12th home run of the season, and Rojas, his 3rd. And then looking at Seattle, Crawford hits his 3rd of the season off Ohtani. And Ohtani continues to be MVP style, hitting home runs. Not in this case. He only batted for half the game while he was pitching, and then they have to take him out, of course. And yeah, Angels win on the backs of Ohtani. Moving along with the Giants 8, Cubs 5, and this series has been not too disappointing, at least offensive-wise. The Giants are showing they can do it all. They don't strictly win off of their pitching. And their bats woke up today. They were down 2-0 going in the second, and they put up a nice 6 spot. The Cubs tried to answer back with 2 in the fourth to make it 6-4, but the Giants didn't let that happen. They answered right back with 2 more of their own. Dugar hits his 4th of the season, Alex Dickerson his 5th, Vossler his 2nd, and Wade his 2nd. So that's 4 home runs from the Giants, from a bunch of guys that coming in this season. Alex Dickerson's probably the only one I even had really heard of coming into this. Chris Bryant hits his 13th of the season off of Kazmir in that first inning, and Jock Peterson, don't call me Jock, call me a Peterson, hits his 6th of the season. Arrieta, 2 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, continues to not be the Cubs pitcher that he was many, many years ago in the World Series run. ZRA is up to 5.26. Kazmir goes 2 earned runs, 3 Ks. His ERA is 6.43, but he eating up a couple innings, which is what the Giants need him to do. And they put him in a position to win, and that's what they did. Coming up to the last game of the night, the Padres 2, the Mets 0, and that's back-to-back wins now with the Padres after coming off that series sweep with the Cubs. And the Mets continuing to just have offensive troubles. Lindor was pretty much the only highlight. He had a 2-hit night. His average is 217, still very, very poor. But Manny Machado hits his 7th home run of the season. That's all it takes. Blake Snell goes 7 innings pitched, 10 Ks, 0 earned runs, pitches over 101 pitches. And that's the most innings pitched I've seen Blake Snell pitch in a long time. So maybe, just maybe, he's finally starting to find his stride. It usually takes him a lot of pitches to go through these innings, and he does well, but going over to that bullpen, Melancon gets his league-leading 19th save of the season. Crazy. Lucchesi, 4.2, 1 earned run, 3 Ks in the loss. He had a good performance, but without any offense, you're not going to win games, and that seems to be the Mets' issue right now. But yeah, that's the 15 games from Friday. It's a big weekend for around the MLB. Some possible divisions up for grabs, some other teams trying to break out of their division and break streaks, and we have the Orioles who are streaking themselves, so that's always fun to watch. Thanks for watching, everyone. We will see you guys for the next video, so make sure you go down there, like, subscribe, join the community, join the comment section, let me know what you guys saw and what you guys are looking to see. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.